everyone, Debbie from Missio Cosmetics here. Today we're going to be talking about removing one of the tools from your motor block and also disassembling the rotor stator. It doesn't matter if you're using a P version of your 250 or your 300 motor block, or whether you're using the F version, which is the one that has the control panel. To take the accessories off is identical for the P or the F. So first we're going to be looking at the 250 motor blocks and removing the tools from the accessories from that motor block. On the motor block, on the accessories, you'll notice for the 250 versions, it actually has an arrow saying open. So that makes that really, really easy. So for the removal of the tool from the motor block, it's simply twisting in a left to right motion, and that removes the accessory from the motor block. However, with the 300 motor block, there is no arrow on the accessory to tell you which way to move it, but the 300 is actually in the opposite direction. So to remove the accessories from the motor block in the 300, it's right to left. So twisting right to left to remove the accessory. So that applies for the accessories on all of the accessories for the 300. So removal of the accessory from the 250 is a left to right motion, and for the 300 it's a right to left motion. Now we're going to be looking at how to fully disassemble our rotor stators. So now that we've taken our accessory off our 250 or our 300 motor block, remembering of course to take an accessory off our 250 motor block, we're twisting in a left to right motion, and to take our accessory off our 300 motor block, we're turning in a right to left motion. When you received your rotor stator, you will have also received a set of disassembly tools. You may have received a grey version or a black version. The grey version is the newer, updated one with a slightly more ergonomic handle. Now I'm hoping that you can see this. On these tools, there is an arrow indicating which way to turn to start to disassemble your rotor stator. On the 250, the arrow points in a right to left direction. For the disassembly of the rotor stator, the arrow for the 300 points in a left to right motion. Okay, so for the 250, we simply put this handle into the cog, and then this is just going to hold the hammer in place while we start to loosen the spindle in order to disassemble everything properly. So we just give that a quick turn, twist the hammer off, and then you will also notice on the bell there is an arrow to indicate which way to take that bell off. So we simply turn in that direction, and then it's just a matter of pushing the spindle out so we can clean everything thoroughly. It's really, 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 and I cannot stress it enough how important it is to disassemble every time you use it. If you do not, there is the risk of contamination, because emulsion will be on the spindle thread and it will also be on the thread inside the bell. So do make sure to disassemble every time you use it. Keeping in mind also that the hammer has a very small thread on the inside, and it's really important to ensure that you clean that thoroughly. So to reassemble, it's just everything in reverse. We twist the hammer on, hold it in place, and then we just get our little handle and just give it a quick tighten so that that is all together ready to reuse. Now for the 300 rotor stator disassembly. This that you will have received, whether it was the black version or the grey version, the same as a 250. It has the arrow showing which direction to turn to loosen the spindle. Same as for the 250, we just place it over the cog, get our little handle to hold the hammer in place, and then it's just simply a matter of following the arrows in the right direction to loosen the spindle in order to twist the hammer off. Now, if you have both versions, have a look here, same deal as for the 250, there is an arrow showing which way to turn to take the hammer off. And then it's just a matter of the same thing, pushing the spindle out, cleaning everything, making sure when you clean the spindle thread as well as the thread on the bell, and cleaning the thread as well on the inside of the hammer. One thing to note, it is really important for anybody who has both versions of the motor blocks, whether you have, if you have, say, the 250 as well as the 300, it is vital to ensure that you do not mix these accessories up because the threads are different. So same as for the 250, everything in reverse to reassemble, and now we just give it a very quick tighten, and there we go. Our 300 rotor stator, after it's been cleaned, is ready to use again. Next up, we're going to be looking at assembly and disassembly of our new tools.